Yin awoke when she was harshly shoved from her curled-up position on the floor of her room, the pain in her side glaring as her eyes snapped open, yelping in discomfort before gripping her side. She glanced up to see Kokoshibo, standing above her with all 6 of his eyes pinned to her form. However, no remorse or sympathy form what he just did lingering in his yellow hooves. "What was that for?" she grunted. "Follow me." He instead stately curdled, his hands resting on the hilt of his sword, eyes covered that matched his own. "Muzan-sama has requested both of our presence." "What?" Groaning, Yin wished she could have at least showered, since she was starting to notice how much she took the warm baths for granted. As Kokoshibo stood as Kokoshibo requested, struggling to keep up with how fast he was, and never-ending confusion of the Infinity Fortress. She almost crashed into him when he suddenly did stop, grumbling in annoyance at how she could have lost her nose. She stopped around him to see what they were waiting for, and a large room, enough to be to rival a football field. Wow. Glancing around the place, she saw that the space was bare, with no clues as to what the room was used for. I wonder what Muzan wants, and why with Kokoshibo? "Muzan-sama," said Demon, bowed with respect at the Progator's entrance, Ian faltering on whether she should have done the same. "Nah, it's not like he's gonna kill me if I don't. Honestly, I'm starting to find this power of mine immediately and incredibly convenient." "Kokoshibo," Muzan said with an unfiltering bias of tolerance. Something so few demons, and basically no humans, had accomplished. "You've received the human as I asked for. I have a task that I'd like to assign you regarding her, and it needs to take place in this room every day with my supervision. Can you handle that?" "Yes, Muzan-sama." "You need to train this human, especially you, since you specialize in sword wielding," he exclaimed, placing his hands behind his back as his red gaze flickered from Kokoshibo to Yin, her expression blank. "I believe she'd be very useful to us as a whole if she were a demon. However, I want her to be able to match the Demon Slayer's abilities as well as you already can. Fail to uphold my expectations? I'm sure you know how badly that can turn out." Of course, Muzan-sama. I was reading a comment. Kokoshibo once again bowed, placing his hand over his chest. "I won't fail you." "Good." Muzan nodded before sitting down in a fancy nearby chair and crossing one leg over the other, the only object in the room at all. "You may begin." Yin gave both demons a "what the fuck" look. Seriously, he wants me to train with the strongest demon only a second to him. Who does he think I am? Sitsuma? "You are weak," Kokoshibo announced suddenly, not surprising her since he had already said it before during their initial meeting prior. "Ugh. That's a given since you are human, however." Drawing his sword, he brandished the weapon in front of him, continuing by saying, "We can draw most of your potential out. After you turn, you'll have an eternity to surpass even those limits." Wait. She shook her head, taking a step away from him. "Why are you suddenly making it seem if I was willing to become a demon? I never said I would. And what even makes you even want to turn me into a demon?" "Human." Muzan spoke in a rather cold tone, the displeasure clearly written across his face. "Tell me, what would happen if a demon was killed by a demon slayer? Or more like, how does one about killing a demon?" She blinked at him, confused as the question was recycle or not. You cut off its head, he answered to her, confirming her thoughts. And what happens? The demon slayer lets their guard down, thinking they've won. But what if a demon had your powers? The ability to regenerate after death, combined with the fast healing of a demon, it would be a factor that could ensure our domination over the demon-slaying course. You think that will ever happen if you turn me into a demon? Yin almost scoffed, finding the plan outrageous since she most likely would have been killed anyhow, even if she were a demon. Not without proper training, obviously. Kibutsuji, no matter what you say and no matter what your wishes are, I will not be a pawn used by you, she said curtly, sweeping her arms out to a gesture as everything around her. You can keep me locked up here all you want. You can kill me over and over again, but nothing's going to change that fact. Not gonna lie, I literally kind of feel flattered right now. I mean, Muzan is making Kokushibo train me while he's overseeing the training. I feel a little special, even if he's thinking of using me. Oh well, though. I suppose that's true. Muzan Amard as he stood, walking over to where Yin was and stopping right before she could tower. Right before, so he could tower over her. Since I cannot kill you, and since I cannot have your undying loyalty like my 12 Kibutsuji, you're a nuisance that I'm not able to control. Then why keep me here? She inclined her head to try not and seem intimidated, already feeling her knees go weak from the immense stare. You're a unique case among humans, just like being able to walk in the sun would be a unique case among demons, he exclaimed, glancing over to Kokushibo to find that the demon, his presence undeniably stiffened, was still there, a little irritated by the fact. I want to see if this uniqueness of yours will last even after becoming a demon. I want that, and I want you to give me that. Reaching up so that his hand caressed her face, Yin's eyes widened at the soft touch. Muzan closed his eyes and smiled. Won't you do that for me? Man, you Muzan sips must be freaking out right now. But anyways, it's time for Toagawa Era Secret. Since Muzan has already overcome death by decapitation of a Nichirin sword, he wants to see if Yin could too. A factor that would be very well aimed him to elimination of the Demon Slayer course. Kokushiba supports Yin turning into a demon to the exact where she could no longer be pitifully weak in his eyes. And Muzan wants to totally and indefinitely control Yin if he cannot have her power for himself. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Mwah!